and you can figure out theirs real easily. You know exactly how far you need to be in pass up your opponent. So, I hope you guys like math, because I do a lot of battle math when it comes to range. Okay, when you are sizing up your opponent, and you're trying to figure out, how much range does this person have? There's certain things you need to look at. The length of their arm, from shoulder to elbow, from elbow to hand. All right, you have to be able to approximate how far that is. So on me, if you go to look from here to here at full extension for the hand, it's about a yard. Okay, about. So it's all rough math. It's all theoretical. So I've got about 3 feet there. At my blade, this is about a 35 to 40 inch long blade, somewhere in there. You kind of take a look at it, look at yours, look at his or theirs, and you can try to figure out the difference. So you're going to end up looking at that and go, okay, 3 feet plus whatever that is. Now you've got an approximate distance. So when you're practicing and you're doing your range, and you're working against a wall, or you're working against a tree or another person using them as a pelt, you have to start blocking out in your mind how far 3 feet is, how far 6 feet is, so that you really get it ingrained in your head when you're fighting your opponent and go, okay, he is about 6.5 feet away from me right now. So if I extend my arm out, I can almost get it at 6 feet. All right, so you got to start doing a little bit of that math in your head. Arm plus blade. Now, you also want to look at their footwork. Most people at a lunge in the SCA will attack. When they attack and they have to move their foot, will only move their foot about 1.5 distances of their foot for a lunge. Okay, so that's about 1.5 width of length of my foot. So when I'm against my opponent, I look down at their foot. If they're average legged and not overly long legged, I can go, okay. So it's their length of their arm plus the length of their blade plus 1.5 of their foot length. That's normally going to be their maximum range. Have I lost anybody so far? Okay. Like I said, there's math involved in this. So, if you can do quick battle math and figure out an approximate distance of how far away their maximum range is going to be, you know how far out you need to be. Now you can figure out, is your range greater than theirs? If it is, then you know where their shot's going to end and where yours can begin. If they have greater range than you, then you know about how far out further you need to be. That's where the whole practicing and knowing where 3 feet is, where 6 feet is, where 8 feet is. So you can look at your opponent and go, okay, I need to be here. I don't want to set up here because he can hit me here. But from looking at him, right here is a safe distance to start off and try to keep distance before I make an attack. So, math. I used to hate math. Now I love it. Mainly on the left field. I believe that there are 3 ranges. There is what I call jab range. Okay? When you are on guard and all you do is extend your arm out, like taking a little shot at the hand, a little snipe at the hand, that's jab range. You are just jabbing at your opponent. Okay? That is the distance of your shoulder to your tip. When you already did that math. So you know approximately how far that is. Now add about 6 inches to that for what I call extension range. You still haven't moved your foot, but now you've turned into it. Okay, you've turned your shoulder. If you notice where my tip is, when I extend my extend my shoulder, I'm not really leaning, I'm just kind of extending my shoulder, I've added at least 6 inches to my attack. Okay? That's extension. That's when, okay, I'm jabbing at the hand, I can hit the guard, If I just get that little bit more extension, I can get their arm, or I can get their knee, or if they're close enough to me and they're being dumb enough, I can actually get them. So now you know where your jab range is, where your extension range is, and then add that 1.5 feet, and that's the lunge. 3 ranges: jab, extension, lunge. I have people practicing and really drilling those ranges before every practice. I normally have people do between 30 and 50 of each jab, extension, and lunge in both hands. Because sooner or later you're going to get your hand taken. And you got to know what your range is with your left hand, or your right hand with your left hand. Okay? So the more you practice learning your range, learning the distance, the better you'll be at knowing where your tip ends. The better you get to know your tip, where your tip ends, the better you'll be at knowing where your opponent's tip is going to end. And the last thing we want to do is not know where our opponent's tip is going to end, because we all know where it's going to end. It's going to end in you. Okay? So one of the things I wanted to see if you guys would practice, if you could do this without blades, is a little bit of a jab, extension, and lunge range drill with just your hand. You don't even need your blade, with each other. All right. So if you guys will pair up, line up one line here and one line here, right against each other. If you have a blade, I don't recommend using it because nobody has a mask on.
You might just get it in.
That way?
Yeah, somebody wants to fill here. Into an on-guard position. Hand up. Put the hook on your opponent and figure out where you need to be to lunge and touch your opponent's chest. Shoulder. Everybody hear that? Shoulder. Sorry, I released my hand. I wasn't that thinking. Alright, so I want you guys to look at your opponent, walk up on them, figure out where you think it's going to be, and then lunge and touch it with your hand. If you want to close. One is going to close one. Don't touch. You're too far away. This is the drill. That's something you should work on. You know, you have to be able to sight how far away you are for that lunge. Okay? So do it about 5 times and then one of the things I was saying when you do that, the extension Get into position and lunge right away. Okay? And 3, 2, 1, go. Flying lunge in. Alright. Now, when you just kind of walked up on your opponent and you got the line, you sized up, you sized it up and you thought your range was. When you had no idea, and you turned around, this is one of the things I talk about in drills. Don't do them as just a static drill, where you just get up, run up, and do the 50, jab. Stop, turn around. Look away from your pal, away from your wall, whatever. And then walk it up. That shot. Do it quickly enough where you don't have a whole lot of time to figure out what your range is. The better you get at that, the faster you'll think on the battlefield as to where, when somebody goes in. And you'll angling in the air, or you're going to through them into the back of the chest. So, I want you guys turn around, adjust. Okay, you guys. Okay, on the count of 3, I want you guys turn around, spot your opponent, get into position, and lunge. All right? Let me get out the way. 3, 2, 1, go. Blade work is important. Footwork is important. Range is what really is going to help you. So you can move like an dancer. If you don't know where to go on stage, that musical's not going to make you very vulnerable. Are you dancing like him? Now I want to talk about here. That's great. So that's been as wrong for a long time. But no one can be that confident and not know where you're going. I know people who think they're really, really good counter punchers. But when push comes to shove, you can only move so fast there. Give yourself the little drills of jab, extension, and lunge, and random placement where you put on the switch. When you're doing your range here, you make that decision. I'm in jab range. Okay, I came up 2 inches short. That's helpful. When you're on the field, mistakes get you down. If you say, I'm a jab range, and you throw a jab, and even from jab range, you break your finger, you obviously need to I must be in lunge range. If you throw that lunge, and you hit the wall real hard, you bend your plate real bad, whatever you do. Obviously, why not? You're close. After you get that down, get that distance down. One of the ways I say I do it is through the lines. Like you're gathering the line in your stomach. And back up. With the line. And then do the same thing with the line. You get a good visual representation of what you're, where you're going. Know when to move your foot and when not to. If you know what your then you know you don't need to move your foot. What I see in the least field a lot of times is people who can hit just with a full extension, still moving their foot. That's when you sound. Gargle. It hit the throat. It's horrible. Because people move their foot when they don't know why. When you do your range, if you practice your range, practice these drills, you won't when you don't. And the good thing about not moving your foot is you can always add a foot. You can never take it back. Okay? So, that's kind of what you feel. Alright? If you have questions, I'll be glad to answer about drills, what you can do to figure out certain things. Again, when it comes to your opponent, it's about figure out your opponent, arm length, leg length, and all you have to add next is how far they can move their foot to add that. He should never have to use his own. You're taller than me. Things like that are used for distance stealing and surprise. At that point, before you're not angry, you want to quickly get into it. So, we'll add a fourth range for that. If you want to practice out range, what I would do is find your relative and or whatever distance that you have. So but yes, the other one, the other quick little range, distance stealing technique is, okay, I know what my lunge distance is from here. Do I know what my lunge distance is from here? Another distance stealing range technique. From here, my blade so the first step is I just added what? About a foot to my range because I'm now starting. This is where I'm starting from, about a foot. That's another range to practice. I just want to flip side to side. Since you know it's not making an operation. People who are more that whole measuring thing, you'll know how far you have to get in to get past their tip. Once you've cleared their tip by 6-12 inches, then they're in panic mode. Then they are running backwards. Then they are having to pull it all the way back to here, and you just have to pull it. That is very, very important. For sniping purposes, if you have approximately the same length blade and your arms, and you can do the quick battle map on the arms, and you go, your arms are actually almost the same length. Then that little sniping shot at the hands, you guys have the same range as me. The only thing different is how far I can move forward for the extension of you. But that wrist, the shot at the wrist, it's the same. Now you guys might be coming a little closer to get it, because they're longer ranges. Their long ranges can be longer. But if you know that if your blades are crossing and you do that tip-to-tip cross, and you've got an equal distance here, then from your wrist to their wrist, if you are fighting and you get into engagement and your blades are crossed and tip, you are way too close. This range is much look at it. You're trying to figure out your opponent's range, and you know that they have a little bit more range on you, and you put your blade out and they cross blades at the same distance. You are too close. Get out. Either kill them or get out. Or both. Kill them and then get out. Okay. So, all I want to do is about ranges, you have to drill it. You have to practice it. You know it by heart. Get that math going. Figure out on the floor that distance, how far you can do. So when you're on the list field and you're looking at your opponent, you actually see imaginary dotted lines in front of you. And a yard, 2 yards, little strike guy throwing flags. It's all, you have to be able to see it. Visualize the distance. After that, it's all game. After that, it's all your blade work. Which again, it's your footwork, practice. But range, without knowing your range, without figuring out your opponent's range, all that blade work, all that footwork gets you nowhere. Okay? So, any other questions I can answer real quick? We're not so quick? Yes, sir.
I tend to fight in refuse.
Okay. Right.
I understand the long range here.
Right.
I'm into long range.
Right. No, actually, fighting refuse and then dropping into an offensive stance when they close in on you, your range should always be practiced from the offensive stance. So you really get that closer. So that when you do drop into it, now you got the line. The other thing is, when you're practicing it, everybody else can try the same stuff too. Start off in a refused position. You're like, where you going to be bumping forward or whatever? Or you like stick up? Alright. Know what your range is from here. Okay? And very important, know what your range is here.
Great. That's why I immediately go to my lunge range. That's what I immediately did.
Yeah, and if you're here, your range is actually here. Okay, for that. Your range is here. So, practice getting the visual lines in an offensive stance. Practice getting into it. Jabs, practice your jabs from here. That's what you guys want to do. Yeah, exactly. So wherever you fight, however you fight, whatever your stance is that you fight in, that's when you want to practice your range. And then also from a standard offensive stance, because sooner or later you're going to be in that position, and you need to be able to see those lines.
Well, I like the line, so everybody wants to bring that.
Yeah, I actually also enjoy throwing here, bringing them in to try to attack this area and bringing it back and throwing them here. That's fun to me. So
This is that keeping the range, I think, when they come in. But here, my range doesn't really change. My leg becomes open.
it depends. It depends on how fast the opponent is. It depends on how long their blade is. It can actually be a change. It can actually be different. Because technically, you're swapping out target area here to here.
Right.
So this area is now
My defensive range changes.
right, because you're pretty much square as it is. So if you're starting off square, the changing of the shoulders isn't doing a whole lot of difference to remove this range. So yeah. That's pretty much my big thing. Know the line. See those imaginary lines and then don't let them cross them. Kill them from here, kill them from here, kill them everywhere. Okay, well, unless if you guys have any other